Welcome to my channel. In this video, we are gonna cover conditional branching. So suppose you have some requirement which is based on some condition you will do something, and in another condition you will do another thing, right? So in JavaScript, you will use if else statement to do this kind of conditional branching. And if you learn other language like Java, it's still the same. The syntax is also the same. The if statement evaluates a condition in the parentheses. If the result is true, it executes a block of code. The if statement may contain additional else block. It executes when the condition is false. Syntax is like this way. If you have a parenthesis, and inside here you can give an expression. This expression is can anything to be you can put anything here, but it will evaluate to be true or false. And we know in JavaScript it has a truthy and falsy value, right? So for any truthy value, it will execute this piece of code inside the if condition block. And the brace here, we think this is the if block, okay? So if the result, which expression here is false, then it will execute this block. So now let's take a look at the source code, because it's for it's for beginner, okay? Really beginner. So I have to cover even for this demo, I have to cover very detailed, okay? Now let's take a look at how to write the code. Then suppose if, okay, add parentheses, if we give true, and it's gonna execute this block like this one. When if is true, the expression in the if, this expression, okay, when expression is true, okay, I will be invoked, okay, when it's true. And by doing this, we will see in the browser. Let me open the browser here, okay? And I don't need to, I will open it like this way, so I don't need, okay? And now I open the developer tool, and in the console you will see this one is being invoked, right? And if I go false, you will see nothing inside the browser. You will see nothing being printed in the console because it's false. So for a if condition, this is a complete if condition, and optionally you can have an else condition, okay? And in the else you can do, okay, when the expression is false, I will be invoked, okay, like this way. And now let's see, currently I'm false, right? False, I will see this piece of code. Let me using another identifier like $, okay? So we know exactly when it's false, and I will be invoked, right? Which is false. And when I'm true, one of them, not both of them, okay? When I'm true, you will see when it's true, I will be invoked, okay? And you can also has like using here if else, like suppose we have another let me go another way, okay? Here you can add expression like 5 greater than 1. We know it's true, right? So we're gonna have this part being invoked, okay? And suppose I give a 1 or 2, okay? 2, it's a true value, right? It's gonna be invoked. But if I give undefined, undefined is a false value, right? And then you will see false. Okay, same thing for the none. Okay, none is also false value. Okay, and empty. Okay, empty string. Okay, false value like 0. We can review a little bit. False value. Okay. So here you can just any expression can be evaluated as true or false. Okay, suppose we have another requirement which is do something like a age. Okay, let age equals 3, and I will do suppose if the age is less than 3, I will have I will do something like let suppose do like this way, ticket price. Ticket, okay. Ticket by default, it's gonna be 0, okay. And if for the child, which age is less than 2, okay, then the price for ticket is $10. And if it's between 2 to 20, we will say $20. And if it's adults, like then we'll give $30. And if it's if a senior over than 60, we will give $10 too. Okay, so we can do like this way. If age is less than equal to 2, right? Then I will assign this one, which is a ticket equals $10. Okay, and we have more condition, right? We have more condition, not just one. So here you can add if else. Okay, and else age is less than 18. Okay, we will give ticket is $20, and we will have adults, right? Else if adults age greater than 18. Okay, but let's just say adults. We don't do what's thing senior. Okay, because we haven't learned about logical operator like or and and. That one I'm gonna cover later. Okay, so let's just do like for the baby and for like kids and young people, we will give $10, and for any people ages greater than 18, we will give $30. So that's if you have multiple conditions, you can do else if, and you can also have a default one. Okay, this kind of like a default one. If doesn't match anything like this way, we will do else. Ticket equals 30. And in this case, because this age then greater than 18, kind of like a default one, you actually don't need to have this one, right? For other conditions, ticket is $30, right? The price of a ticket. Let me using a better price of ticket. Okay, price of ticket like this way. Because using this shortcut, this one and this one. And now let's console.log and the price of ticket. Okay, now save. And now my age is 2. I should see $10, right? $10. And now I make my age is 15. $20. And I make my age is 20. You will see $30. Okay, so that's how you use if condition. Okay, we will have one more slide for that. When do a conditional operator, there's one shorthand, kind of like shorthand, which is using the question mark. Yeah, using the question mark and with colon. Okay, sometimes we need to assign a variable depend on the condition. Okay, and this is a shorthand like this way. Suppose the age is greater than 18, we will assign this one to be true and otherwise false. Okay, and here is another way to do, but for this case, if we have multiple, I don't suggest using using this operator question mark, because it makes the code not easy to read. I prefer using if, else if, like this way, else if. This is gonna be much clearer than this one, but it's also doable. Okay, so what does this one do, the question mark? This one do is, first on the left side of the question mark, it's gonna become an expression. And the expression will be evaluated to true or false. If it's true, okay, it's gonna execute this piece of code. And if it's false, it's gonna be executed this code. But in this case, when you execute, is this true gonna be assigned to access allowed, and this part will be assigned to access allowed when age is greater than less than 18. Okay, let me show you this piece of code inside here. Okay, now first I will do like this one. Okay, I will write scratch for you guys. Okay, so I have age here 20. Okay, and we'll have a variable called access allowed. Okay, but this access allowed gonna become like a true or false. We can define the default one true. Okay, and if, okay, which is age is greater than 18, we will assign access allowed. You can later this one to be like a null first, or you can just do like this way. Okay, which is undefined by default, and equals true, and else, and access allowed as false. Okay, so let's now print access allowed. Okay, I will comment this piece of code and only have age div there, and I will return, and you will see true because my age is 20, right? My age is 20, which is greater than. Now let me change my age to be 2. If we make age be 2, it's gonna be go to else condition, gonna be false, right? And this kind of scenario we can use in the question mark to do how to do, because this is kind of like a little bit tedious. Okay, you can do like this way also. By default is true, and if age is less than 18, you can make this one to be false, and you don't need to have this condition. It still works. Okay, it still works like false, and let me make it to be 20. True, right? This is one way. The other way is using the question mark. Okay, what's gonna be look like? We can do is put this condition here. Okay, put this condition here, and when it's evaluated equal true, I have to assign true to allowed, right? Access allowed. You just put it here, true, and otherwise we'll give false. And it's exactly the same thing as you write the if else condition, but much simpler. Not a question mark. It should be like this way. Okay, like this. Now let's see. True, right? If I change this one to be 3, and you will see this one be false. Okay, so that's a question mark. Here you can give any string like my age is greater than 18. It doesn't necessarily to be Boolean. Okay, and not less greater less than 18, like this. You can also do string or evaluate another function, return something. Okay, like this. Okay, so that's the way. The other one is this one. You can combine them, but I don't like to using this syntax because it makes not easy to read. You got me? So if you have this one, which means when age is greater than less than 3, if it's true, you will see just a hello baby. And if it's else, I will execute this part. And suppose my age is here. My age is let's make 5. Okay, my age is 5. 5 is not less than 3, so I'll go to my else condition. Okay, else condition, my age is 5. 5 is less than 18. Okay, so you will see hello. In this case, let's see. Let me print the message. Okay, now let's see. You will see hello. But if I make age is 25, because my age is 25, age 25 less than 3, no, I'll go to here this condition. This condition, age is less than 25, no, I will go to this condition. Age is less than 100, yes, you will see greetings. Yeah, I should refresh. Okay, greetings. If my age is like 2, and 2 is less than 3, right? So you will say hi baby, because 2 less than 3, true, it will execute this piece of code. So yeah, you will say hi baby. If you feel, just practice a little bit more, okay, for this syntax. If you are not familiar in your code, you can just write it this way. It's gonna do exactly the same thing. Okay, this is more readable. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.